So, hi there, I'm Diane Dean and welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to be working on this piece. This is a commission piece for one of my customers, and before I even started the painting, they provided me some paint chips which match the different elements in their home, in the room that the painting is going to go in. They also sent me a photograph of their carpet and some of the furniture. So they wanted a poppy painting, and they said, do whatever you want with the poppies, but we'd like the background to really tie into what they already had. So I start my paintings with creating the texture that you see in the surface. That's done with acrylic gesso. I use various tools. I use palette knives and scrape. I press in wire mesh, and I'll show some close-up shots of the different textured areas a little bit later in the video. In the top I used a paint roller, and I really just create a texture that's very abstract that will kind of even compete with the painting that I'm going to do. Then this piece was painted completely black, and then with brushes I started doing some dry brush work that picks up on the edges of the texture, so you really see the texture a lot better than when it was all white or all black, because of the little valleys and spots that the paints either go into or avoid. After that background is finished, with just the very loose dry brushing, then I start with my mop brushes and some fluid acrylics. I use the golden fluids, which are really a liquid, very liquid form of the paint, and I create a surface that's really kind of organic. It has drips, it has sections where it kind of looks like the petals of the flowers, and then after that dries, I start with the very heavy-bodied acrylics and palette knives, and I use different size palette knives as the flowers get larger as they head toward the bottom of the canvas. So you can see these, I've just done the red sections of the flowers, whereas these, which were done earlier, I've gone back in with brushes and I've added some shadows, some little details. My next step will be with these that are dry to do the same thing, and then I start to pull in more of the specific stems that lead right up to the flowers. I still have more flowers to put on the bottom, so it'll be a few more days in the process, and then when it's all finished and completely dry, then I varnish the whole painting. So during the process I send the customer pictures, and it's really helpful to have the colors and their elements there, because when you view things on a computer screen the colors look different, but since they picked these out, they can see how it works even if it doesn't look exactly the same as what they're seeing in the room. So this is my commission process, and again I'll show some close-ups and talk a little bit more about the different elements that are in the painting.